3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Welcome back to TTMTrades for today's daily review. I just want to do a quick video going over a couple plays that we were working this week and a couple things that we touched bases on. So let's see, jumping right into the S&P 500. As you can see, we posted give or take back on January 1st. We said short position taken on TVIX due to short-term rally with the SPY, which is the ETF for the S&P 500, pushing back into old support, now new resistance before continuing the downtrend. And we pretty much said that it was going to push back up into that 260 area. As you can see, that is what it is currently doing right now. We'll continue to watch the SPY rally up to 260, worst case 270 before the downtrend continues. Short TVIX since 73.50. So looking at the S&P 500 on the weekly chart, as you can see here, the last time it had a major down turn, found support right on that 150 trend line. Again, we're on the weekly chart. So once again, as it had that nice downturn, it found support right on that 150 trend line, and again we're getting a nice bounce here with each push up. Now my belief is going to push up into this 260 area, maybe over it just a little bit into that 265, worst case 270 as we said, before it gets rejected and continues its downtrend. Okay, as you can see, with each push the volume is tapering off and getting lower and lower, which shows as the price is pushing higher, it's less and less buying interest in those price ranges. So I will continue to keep an eye on the S&P 500. Now, one thing about your RSI to keep in mind, a lot of people don't know, is when the RSI is in a very bullish trend, it will always maintain itself above that 50 and 40 RSI always. So as you can see here, on each dip down, it held above that 40 to 50 on each dip down. Now when it's in a bearish trend, it will have trouble passing above that 50 to 60 RSI. As you can see here, 50 with 60, as you can see this red bar here being the test for whenever the RSI begins to push back up to see if it could break back above that 60 and hold above 40. But right now, as you can see, it's below that 60 and it's broken above 40 to show that the overall bullish trend of the S&P 500 has faded. So we'll keep an eye on this, and we're still shorting TVIX, where I actually closed my position out. Got in at around 73.50 and we shorted it all the way down. I think I got out right around here, right around that $56 range, and then it continued downward to $53. Now, a couple plays that we've been watching was one AETI. So as you can see here, it finally broke out and it's pushing up into 99 cent on approximately 568,000 volume. We tried to take a position on AETI. If we go back and we look at our trades here, look at our failed trades. Tried to take a position on AETI today, this morning, right around 10:39 a.m. We tried to take a position size of 5,400 shares, right around 88 cent, and again it failed to get in that entry because the volume was so low early this morning. As you can see, no volume within the stock. So it was unable to get in at that time frame. So if I was able to get in AETI right around 88 cent, where we was trying to first thing this morning, as you can see, when it dipped down, we'll currently be up at about 11 cent right now. Now we're still aiming for those profit targets, even though I'm not in this one. I still see it pushing up into that $1.08, where you can see that one standard deviation top a Bollinger Band is at, which correlates with this support area back over here, and then a possible 132 push, a $1.32 push, where you can see this area of resistance was at before it had this overall downtrend. And then even when it rallied back up, it failed back in that 132 area, and it has been having issues holding above it. So I will continue to watch for that 108, a $1.08, and a $1.32 entry. Now remember, like I just told you, anytime the RSI is trying to hold a bullish trend, it will maintain above that 40 and 50 RSI. As you can see, again, it was in a very bearish downtrend, and it had issues holding above 60 RSI and staying above that 50 RSI. So as you can see, it was constantly bleeding downwards, which is why you have this nasty trend. So again, even as the RSI showed oversold on this last jump and began to pull back, we was watching for it to hold above that 30-period moving average, as you can currently see right there. And then it broke above the 10 and showed that it was finding support for another possible breakout. So this is why this one caught our attention. So I will continue to watch this one for a profit target of $1.32. Now, I was unable to get an AETI, so then ticker ZN caught my attention sometime this afternoon. Once I was able to get in ticker AETI, I hopped in ticker ZN, Zion Oil and Gas. Got in right around 42 cents. It rounds it, so I got in right around 41.69. And right now the current price, as the market closes, at 43. So I got in right around $6,500. Now, with that being said, it's had a little after hours price action, as we made this one of our call outs earlier today within our Discord chat room. It's had some after hours price action. So currently right now it's been fluctuating between 64 cents. Now it's back down to 55 cents. It had some after hour news and some pretty decent volume behind it. Right around 430,000 shares in the after hours. So it's currently sitting right at 55 cents. So the plan for this one tomorrow, seeing that I was able to get in right around 42 cents, is to sell into that volume going into tomorrow. I'll probably see a major spike with everybody piling onto this in the shorts trying to cover first thing in the morning. We're going to sell into that early morning spike and try to exit this stock because it is well above our profit target, which was originally at 50 cents. We just wanted to get a 20% gain on this one, right at 50 cents. So anything 50 cents or higher, would love to sell into. So with this one being right around 55 cents after hours, you can see ticker ZN, total amount of shares. With the current market price being right around 50 cents, I'm currently sitting at about a 31% gain, right around $2,050. So regardless, first thing in the morning, we're going to sell into that volume, whether it's 55 cents. Hopefully we can get that 63 cent push again. That'll put us back at a 51% gain for approximately $3,200. So we'll see how we'll play this one first thing in the morning, but it's well above our profit target, so there's no need to be greedy and continue to hold this one. So we'll sell into that morning volume. Now moving on, we're still shorting ticker DGAZ, well, ETF DGAZ, DGAZ, from $121. We pointed this one out back. DGAZ short play, we pointed this one out last Monday. We want to make an entry right around 121 with a stop loss at around 125 to cover our shares for a 3% loss if it was to spike for any reason, with a profit target right around $75 for a 38% gain, with a risk to reward ratio of about 1 to 12. So a good definite opportunity. That was the chart set up at the time. We'll go look at the updated chart. So looking at ticker DGAZ here, we'll move the Fibonacci retracement. Move this out the way. All right, so looking at ticker DGAZ, it was pushing up into this resistance. One thing I was paying attention to was, as I said earlier, anytime a ETF stock or whatever is in a very bearish trend and or heading into a downtrend, it has trouble breaking above that 50 and or last resort 60 and holding above 40 to show that it's trying to create a bullish trend. So as you can see, with each attempt into that 60, it failed. Another push into 60, failed. Another push into 60, failed before you had a major downtrend with a gap down, and now it's pushing back up into that 60 RSI for another attempt. So seeing that it was pushing back into that 60 RSI one more time, and it was pushing back into an area of resistance, there was multiple factors in this one that made me want to take a short position. As you can see, the higher it goes, you can see the volume is tapering off with each attempt to push higher, which shows that as the price gets higher, there's less and less buying interest in this one. As you can see, my copy curve has begun to cross over to show that the momentum is slowing up. So one thing going into tomorrow, I want to make sure that this has issues in that 60 RSI range. If it breaks below its 10-period moving average, then that's hope as far as the continued short play. If we can get it to break below that 104, right where that 1 standard deviation Bollinger Band is at, then the next line of support will be right here, right around that $79 range where we set our original profit target, right where you can see the last wave of buying was right in that general area. So if we can get down in that $75 to $80 range, we'll be sure to cover our shares and take that 30 to 38% profit target that we was aiming for. As you can see, we're currently up $452 for a 5% gain. So everything is working out as planned. So again, you all, if you are looking for a Discord chat room to join and work with myself and other traders who are learning, definitely join the TTMtrades Discord chat room. That is the invite. I also have it down here in the bottom link. When you join, all of the rooms will be locked. You won't have access to anything. So if you follow this welcome message, it'll tell you how to gain access to certain rooms. Well, one room in particular, which is the market simulator room. You won't have access to the live trading floor and or the TTM Elite members, where I post all of my call outs and information and what I'm looking at, my trading journal and so on and so forth. But you will have access to the market simulator, which in turn you will have to create a paper trading account on Investopedia and join my game TTMtrades. So right now we're looking at 16 players, and we're all working together to make money together. This is the current rankings as of now. So it's definitely a way to learn and work directly with me, with no risk, with a paper simulated account. Okay, so even though I have my real money that I can trade with, I'm actually trading on the paper simulated account to actually boost it up and climb my way up the leaderboard that I created myself. So that way, for those who join, can see that it is actually possible. So again, man, definitely something for you all to look into. But yeah, those are our plays that we've been watching. We'll continue to keep an eye on them. I plan on closing out my DGAZ position sometime at the end of the week and closing out this ZN position sometime first thing in the morning, with the amount of trade volume there will be with shorts covering and people piling into this one. So yeah, man, until next time, subscribe to the StockTwits account, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you're looking for an active Discord chat room to join a trading community, definitely come join the TTMtrades community. But until next time, man, trade safe, protect your accounts, and always have a plan. I'm out.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.